Bitcoin, and we're going to talk some Bitcoin action because Bitcoin's actually getting a nice pop today. Now, for my members at Verified Investing in Verified Investing Crypto, yesterday I put out a video that said, guys, we're starting to make bullish consolidation, which means you're probably headed up. You can see it right here, right? So again, what is bullish consolidation? It's a sharp move up, and then it's sideways price action, maybe a little bit of a downward slope, and it usually leads to an up move. What did we get here? Up, sideways, up. Very standard in technical analysis. That is a very standard formation. The other thing, too, to go over is to understand what the price action was telling us. Let the chart speak to you. And again, one of my favorite things to tell people that I educate on trading is to say, this to most people looks like gibberish. It looks like nonsensical ups and downs. But just like a text, if you open a book and it's in a foreign language that you don't speak, you're going to be like, what the heck is this? I have no clue what this is saying. But if you learn how to translate, if you learn how to read that language, it starts to make sense. Charts are very much the same way. What I mean by that is this, is that essentially, if we look at this, right, and again, let's just take a look at this chart. If we looked at the price action, here was the Ripple news, green candle and red, right? What is that telling you? If price can't hold, just simply, again, basic 5-year-old knowledge, if price can't hold, it's not a good thing, right? Price popped on the Ripple judge decision and it reversed. So what does that mean? Negative. What does price do? It's negative, right? Goes down, and then you actually had this beautiful flush. Then you had right here, all right, this was the grayscale positive news there. All right, grayscale judge's decision. Price pops. 2 days later, it reverses. That's not good. Then price starts to decline. We get a drop. Here's a down candle. But then look, the very next day, we reversed it. Basically, the opposite of this occurred right here. In addition, it was right around this lower level right here at a pivot support, right? So again, this now changes, and I remember the day this happened. If you go back to this very game plan, and this is just the nuggets of kind of gold that I'm throwing out to you guys, in this very day, I said, guys, short-term bias is now up.
Hold on, crypto holders. DefaBot is a game changer in crypto trading.
AI-powered trading, real-time news, and copy trading, all in one place. The Invictus Index simplifies market sentiment with AI. It scans news, calculates sentiment, and keeps it accurate. DefaBot trades for you BTC, USDT, and Ethereum on top exchanges and doesn't require you to lock your funds or entrust them to a third party. Safe trading, up to 60% returns. The newsroom keeps you updated with customizable news. Also, you can connect your email and Telegram to receive the news you care about in real time. Copy trading lets you follow experts' moves and grow your portfolio effortlessly. Visit DefaBot. The link is down below. Don't wait. Take advantage of this crypto opportunity now.
Now, again, this doesn't change the fact that I still think Bitcoin can eventually hit, 15K again, and then maybe 12 to 13K again, and maybe worst case scenario, this would be like if the stock market crashes 40%, then maybe it hits 9 to 10K. That's still on the table potentially, but short term, where price goes over the next couple days to week, that switched to bullish. And you can go back in these game plans. They're obviously public knowledge, and you can see where I talked about that. Since then, price has gone back up. Now, interestingly enough, let's talk about how high can price rally, right? So, let's talk about it. So if you're someone who's saying, wow, do I buy Bitcoin now? Honestly, the answer is no. And I'm going to tell you why. All right, so the first thing on this chart is to basically take a trend line and just draw it down like this, okay? So this is the first thing you got to recognize. So if we take this, right, you take that high, and let me just move this out of the way so we can actually see it here, okay? There we go. So this high, okay, there we go. Excuse me, to this high, and look at what price is hitting. Now, could price break through this level? The answer is, of course it could. It might even be a 50-50, but never do you buy into resistance. You buy on a pullback. You buy after this, right? Where you're hitting support right there, and you get the reversal candle. All right, and you're not buying, like, think about this. I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Like, all right, so here's a wall. Tell me to run forward. I'm going to smack into the wall, right? I mean, literally, well, it's a TV, and I'm not going to break this TV, obviously, or this digital TV. But the point is that when you're buying here, you're essentially you're starting a race at the wall. You don't want to do that. You want to start your race down here where you have room to run. So now, listen, let's talk about a scenario here. What if we break through this level? Where's your upside target? That would be your return to the scene of the crime. That would be the target. So could this, go to 30? Yes. But again, right now, you are into resistance.
Crypto moves in mysterious ways. Bitcoin's doing the limbo dance in the Bollinger Band's playground. It's like a suspense thriller. Will it break out or won't it? John Bollinger, the creator of these bands, thinks it's decision time for Bitcoin. The bands help predict price ranges and volatility. Right now, Bitcoin's candles are touching the upper band, hinting at a possible upward surge. But John's not making any predictions just yet. It's still too early to tell if Bitcoin will stroll up that upper band or head back to the center. One thing's for sure, these bands have been tightening since July, and that's usually a sign of fireworks to come. Bitcoin's highs and Fed's high stakes. Bitcoin's been on a roll, aiming for the $27,000 mark. It's like Rocky Balboa after a sluggish August. But here's where the plot thickens. The Federal Reserve's meeting on September 20th. This is like the climax of our crypto movie. The Fed will decide on interest rates, and that can send Bitcoin on a wild ride. Most folks don't expect any rate changes. But if the Fed surprises and hikes rates, brace for a roller coaster. Remember, in the past, rate hikes made investors bail on Bitcoin and other riskier assets. So keep your popcorn ready. This could be a thriller. Bitcoin versus Binance, US. Tale of two exchanges. While Bitcoin's on the rise, Binance US is in a tough spot. Its monthly trading volume went down by a whopping 98% from January to August 2022. That's like a superhero losing their powers. This fall started around March when the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission started poking around Binance. Then the SEC joined the party with lawsuits. Internal troubles didn't help. Key execs jumped ship. Now Binance.US is in a legal battle and the SEC's demanding info. The SEC got a bit of a setback when a judge didn't grant them instant access to Binance, US's tech. It's like a courtroom drama in the crypto world. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's dancing its own tune, reaching new highs. But with the Fed's decision coming, who knows what's next? This crypto thriller keeps us on the edge of our seats. Let's continue our discussion with Gareth Soloway.
So we went over the Bitcoin chart. Great pop, but we want to be careful of this level here. Again, if it gets through this, you'll have a little resistance here on Bitcoin, and then ultimately this is your next big level. I personally don't think Bitcoin would get through here. Is it possible to get through here? Yeah, it's possible. Again, 50-50 odds right now. But again, to get through this one, I would highly be suspicious of that unless the spot ETF gets approved, which, by the way, is coming in October. This is the NASDAQ 100. And the first thing that I saw on Friday at the close was that we had closed below this wedge pattern. Now, again, wedge patterns, why do they form? Basically, price is consolidating, right? Essentially, you start with a wider range, like something like this, and you get tighter and tighter and tighter. That creates your wedge pattern. The kicker is this, is whichever way you break, it's usually a big move in that direction. And what did we have right here? Look at this. Pivot high, pivot high, pivot high, pivot high, pivot low, 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 and look at that candle right there. So very clearly we have a potential breakdown on the NASDAQ 100 that gets my attention. Now this week, remember, we have the FOMC decision. That's on Wednesday at 2 p.m., Thursday, the Bank of England, Friday, the Bank of Japan. So this is a power-packed second half of the week, but right now, per Friday's close, the warning bells should be going off for market technicians that something could be brewing here.
And that concludes an insightful episode of Money Talks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.